Welcome to the 1973 Tom Seaver replay. This is game number 12, and they will be traveling to San Diego to play the San Diego Padres. I have displayed the replay statistics through 11 games. Seaver recently came off a loss to the San Francisco Giants and Jim Barr. Today he'll be facing the left-handed pitcher Mike Caldwell against the San Diego Padres. So we'll see what happens here in this one. Leading off for the San Diego, I'm going to get the Mets together there. Apologize for that. Let's get the Mets here. Wayne Garrett will be leading off for the New York Mets. 6'9" versus a lefty, fly out to left. Felix Mian's the batter. 2-4 versus a lefty. A ballpark single chance. We are in San Diego. For a right-hander, it is 1-7. So 14, he lines out. George Theodore. 6'7" versus a righty. Ground ball, second base X. Second baseman for San Diego is Rich Morales. He's a 4'11", 3 on a 4. That's a single, runners advance, 2 bases, but no runners on. Let's check the error. It's an 11, a 10 on an 11. No further error, but he does get a single for Theodore. Nothing on the Havoc. Stop, 6'11". Caldwell versus a lefty, fly ball, right field X. That is Cito Gaston, 3 on a 3. That is a double, runners advance, 2 bases. 16 on an E17. No error, but we have a double, 2 bases for Staub. Theodore stops at third. We have second and third, 2 outs for Milner. Nothing on the Havoc. 5'8" versus a lefty. Ooh, double, 1-15. Single, 16-20. Either way, he drives them both in. Double for Milner. Ted Martinez, the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. 6'7" versus a righty. Ground ball, second base X. Another chance for Rich Morales. 5 on a 4. That's a single, runners advance, 1 base. An 11 on a 11. Nothing there. So we got a single, runners advance, 1 base. Runners on first and third. 2 outs. Nothing on the Havoc. Jerry May is the batter. We have to get that off of the viewer. 5'10", he's a righty. Go to Caldwell's card. Ballpark single chance. For a righty, we just checked it. It's a 1-7. 7. So that's a single, 1 star. That drives in Milner. Martinez goes to second. Harrelson the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. 6'5" switch hitter, so it's versus a righty. Ground ball, shortstop X. That is Enzo Hernandez. 9 out of 3. Gets there. 10, 14 on a 18. Makes the play. So, Mets start off with some support for Seaver. 3-0. Pretty impressive first inning for the Mets. .512 versus a righty. Ground ball first base X. The play is to Milner. He's a 4E16. He gets there. 11 on a 16. That's a one base error for Milner. Johnny Grubb. 1 possible wild pitch. It's a 1-3 is a wild pitch chance. No wild pitch. Grubb. 4-8 versus a lefty. That's a strikeout. LaRon Lee. Nothing on the Havoc. 3-9 versus a righty. Ground ball shortstop A. That's a double play. 6-4-3. Seaver gets out of the first. Seaver will lead off in the top of the second against Mike Caldwell. 4-4 versus a righty. Fly ball center field X. A lot of X chances today. 2E50, he gets 2E5. 7, 10 on an E5. Makes the play. Wayne Garrett back to the top of the order. 3-4 versus a lefty. Ballpark single chance. 15, nothing there. Against a lefty, just to confirm, it's a 1-2. And that was a 15, so nothing there. Mian. 3-5 versus a lefty single. Nothing on the Havoc. George Theodore. 6-2 versus a righty. That's a 1-3. 3. So single. 1 star. Mian goes to second. Caldwell's getting hit hard today. 1 wild pitch chance on the Havoc. 1-15, he's a wild pitch. That's a wild pitch. Caldwell having a tough outing here. 3, no. Rusty stop. Lefty on lefty. 4-4. Fly ball center field X. That's a 2E5. He makes the play. Caldwell gets out of trouble. We have Gaston, Kendall, and Morel. 4-6 versus a righty. 1-1, single 2-20. Single for Gaston. Nothing on Havoc. Fred Kendall. 6-5 versus a righty. Ground ball, shortstop A. Double play. Ivan Morel. 4-12, he's a righty. Ground ball, first base X. It's to Milner. 5 on a 4. That's a single. And 11 on a 16. And an error. Single and an error for Milner. So we got a runner on second, 2 outs for Dave Roberts. Three, 4 versus a righty. Fly out to left. So Seaver gets out of it. John Milner will be leading off here in the top of the third. Six versus a lefty. Ground him out to second base. Ted Martinez. 3-8 versus a lefty. Fly out to left. And Jerry May. 5-8. May is a righty. That's a triple 1-4. Single 5-20. That's a single for May. 2 for 2 today. I think May only had, I took a look at his stats, he only had 8 at-bats in 1973, and he did play the other game, so kind of like a Jerry May replay as well. Okay, so Harrelson's the batter. 6-7, he's a switch hitter, so it's versus a righty. Ground ball, second base X, another X chance for Rich Morales. 2, he does not get there. That's a single, runners advance 2 bases. 11, 15 out of 11. And an error. So single and an error. Single and runner advances 2 bases, and then an error. So May scores. Harrelson's at second. Seaver's up. Nothing on the Havoc roll. Caldwell's not having a good day. 3-6. Ground out to short. Another run for the Mets. They're up 4-0. Morales, Caldwell. Let's take a look at Caldwell's card, actually. I like looking at the pitcher's cards here. So, Caldwell was 5-14 in 1973 with a 3.74 ERA. So we got Rich Morales be leading off. Put Caldwell back. .211 versus a righty, ground out to third. Caldwell, who bats righty. 6-6, struck him out. Back to the top of the order. Enzo Hernandez. That's a 6-11 versus a righty. Fly ball right field X. The right fielder is Rusty Staub. 7 out of 3. He gets there. E7 and 8 on a 7. Makes the play. Nice play by Staub. We are now at 4-0. We move on to the 4th inning. It will be the top of the order. Garrett, Mian, and George Theodore. 6-2 versus a lefty, ground out to second base. Felix Mian. 5-9 versus a righty. He's a power weak, so that won't be a home run chance, but we have a double for Mian. Let's see what George Theodore can do. Ooh, wild pitch chance, 1-15, 16, so no wild pitch. 6-7 versus a righty. Ground ball second base X. It's got to be like the fourth or fifth one from Morales. 6 on a 4. It's a one base single. 11 on an 11. Single one base. Runners on first and third. The infield will try to get the double play, so they'll play back. Nothing on the Havoc. See what Stop can do. 4-9 versus a lefty. Single 2 stars. I'd like the starters to at least go 5. Let's make it worse. Milner, lefty on lefty. 5-6 versus a lefty. Fly out to center field. Fly ball center field B. So on a B, let's just double check that. I think the run scores, that's a sacrifice. Just double check that. It is a sacrifice. I always want to double check that. I never had that chart around, but I just want to confirm that. There was no question mark, so Ted Martinez, 7. 4-6 versus a righty, ground out to short. 2 more runs, 6-0. Johnny Grubb will be the batter for the Padres. 2-7 versus a righty, fly out to left. LaRon Lee. Making a camera adjustment here. Okay, so we got a 1-6 versus a righty. Struck him out. Cito Gaston. 5-8 versus a righty. Ground ball second base X. That's the Neon. He's a 2E10. He gets there. 12 on an E10. Makes the play. Through 4 innings. I have Caldwell go 1 more. Jerry May will be leading off. Again, we have to go to the viewer card on that. See if that comes into play. It doesn't. 4-8 versus a righty. He walks him. Excuse me on that. Bud Harrelson. Nothing on the Havoc. 4-10 versus a righty. Struck him out. Seaver. 6-9 versus a righty. Fly out to right. Wayne Garrett. 2-9 versus a lefty. Double 1, fly out 2-20. Flies out to left field. Okay, so made it through bottom of the 5th. Fred Kendall will be leading off for the Padres. (4-5) versus a righty. Homer, 1. Not a homer, fly out to left. Yvonne Morel. 5-8 versus a righty. Ground ball second base hex to Neon. 6 on a 2, he gets there. 7 on an E10. Makes the play. Dave Roberts. 15. Oop, I don't know why I rolled that. 4-6 versus a righty. 1-1, single 2 to 20. Single for Dave Roberts. Morales is the batter. 3-11 versus a righty. Pop out to short. All right, let's get another pitcher for Caldwell. He's exhausted. He's probably had 170 pitchers by now. Mets have Neon batting. Let's get a pitcher in here. Looks like a long reliever. We'll go Mike Corkins. He's a righty. So change it up a little bit. Caldwell goes 5. Corkins comes in. Felix Mian's the batter. So 1-6. Now Corkins is a righty. Double 1 to 5. Single 6 to 20. Single. Mian 3 for 4 today. 2-12, ground ball shortstop A, that's a double play. Rusty Staub. I think I missed a havoc roll on that, but double play. 5-6 versus a lefty, struck him out. So Corkins gets out of there pretty good. Actually, the pitcher spot was up. I'm going to leave Corkins in there. He's a 7 hitter card. How about that? See what he can do. Let me grab that. So we got a 7 hitter card. Look at that. 5-7. Corkins bats righty. So we didn't get the hitter's card chance. Struck him out. Back to the top of the lineup. Enzo Hernandez. (5-8) versus a righty. Ground ball second base X. Chance for Mian. 4 on a 2. He gets there. 10 on a 10. Makes the play. Johnny Grubb. See what he can do. 6-2 versus a lefty, ground off a second. So Seaver pitching a nice shutout today so far. Corkins will stay in there. He'll go up against Johnny Milner. He was one of my favorites to watch as a Met fan growing up. Well, more of a Yankee fan growing up, then slowly became a Met one. So I follow them both, Mets and Yankees. 2-4 versus a righty. We got a ballpark single chance. 12, nothing. Lines out to second baseman. Ted Martinez. 1-5 versus a righty single. Jerry May, who's 2 for 2 today. Again, we'll only show that card if we... 6-9, he's a righty. Struck him out. Bud Harrelson. 3-7 versus a righty. Struck him out. Corkin's pitching really well. LeRon Lee will be leading off for the Padres. (3-4) versus a righty. Walk. Gaston, nothing on the Pavic. 6-7 versus a righty. Struck him out. Fred Kendall, nothing on the Havoc. 5-6 versus a righty. Struck him out. Seaver pitching a great game today. Morel, nothing on the Havoc. 6-11 versus a righty. Fly ball right field X. That is Strat. 4 on a 3. That's a single, 2 bases. E7. 8 on a 7. So single, 2 bases. Dave Roberts, the batter. Nothing there. 6-10 on a righty. Ground ball shortstop X. Harrelson's a 1E16. He gets there. A 9 on a 16. Makes the play. We move to the 8th. Seaver spot up. (6-11) on a righty. Ground out to short. Top of the order. Wayne Garrett. Mets holding on to a 6-0 lead. 5-6 versus a lefty. Struck him out. Felix Mian. 3-8 versus a righty. Ground out to the pitcher. Seaver cruising along. We got Morales, the pitcher spot, and top of the order. 5-7 versus a righty. Struck him out. Pitcher spot. Let's get a pinch hitter in there. Let's get Nate Colbert. He batted .270 with 22 homers. Let's see if he can do something. 5-8, he's a righty. Ground ball second base X. That's Mian. 15, he gets there. 9 on a 10. Makes the play. Let's get Colbert. Okay, top of the order. Enzo Hernandez. Just wanted to show that there. Okay, so we'll move that back down. Enzo. 6'3", he's a righty. Fly ball left field X. It is to Theodore. 4 on a 3. That's a single. 9 on a 6. No error. So single for Hernandez. Grubb gets nothing on the 5-9 versus a lefty. Struck him out. All right, for Seaver. We move to the top of the ninth. George Theodore will be leading off, followed by Staub and Milner. We need a pitcher for Corkins. He pitched well. He went 3 innings. So who can we get here? Let's bring in Gary Ross. Okay, he's a righty. So Theodore, 5'9", righty on a righty. Ground ball, shortstop X. That is Hernandez. He gets there. An E18 on a 9. Makes the play. Staub. 2-8 versus a righty. That's a single. Johnny Milner. Nothing on the Havoc. 2-6 versus a righty, ground ball second base C. The runner advances. 2 outs, runner on second for Ted Martinez. Nothing on the Havoc. 4-9 versus a righty. Fly out to left. Let's see if Seaver can finish this up with a nice shutout. We have LaRon Lee, Cito Gaston, and Friend Kendall. 3-10 versus a righty. Ballpark single chance. Nothing on that, so he lines out to the second baseman. Cito Gaston. 3-11 versus a righty. Ground out to third. And one more out, and we got a shutout for Seaver. 2-7 versus a righty. Ground out to the pitcher. Seaver makes the play. Nice shutout for Seaver. 6 runs for the Mets. 0 runs for the Padres. Mets won this game 9-2 in real life back in June 3rd of 1973. Let's check Seaver's stats. He pitched 9 innings. He gave up 2, 3, 5 hits. Looked like all singles. No home runs. No earned runs. Walks. 1 walk. Strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 strikeouts for a win. Seaver ups his record to 7-3. Thanks all for joining.